Hello everyone, I'm going to do another experience report. I've just done two this time. I'm going to be doing a shit ton of videos from here, probably 10 or 20 in one day, so if they're bad quality let me know and I might make an exception, delete them and re-upload them and make them another day when I've got more energy. Anyways, this is, I probably won't be doing another one for a while, so I want to do more reports and experience more of these, but I can't do this in the UK anymore, so I don't have the option now. Anyway, the chemical I want to do an experience report on is, I believe it's Zopiclone, pero aquí en, fuck it, I just speak Spanish. Pero aquí en Lima es Zopiclona, but here in Lima it's Zopiclona. Entonces creo, fuck, no, I can't speak Spanish. So, yeah, I think it's Zopiclone. I think that translates to Zopiclone. It's one of the Z drugs. I'm pretty sure I looked it up a while ago after taking it, because that was irresponsible. And yeah, I was taking it. It's used for sleep sedation. It's just used for sedation. Apparently, it's similar to benzos in terms of what it does to the GABA, but it's very short acting and very, very potent. It's more potent in function as a sleep aid and as a sedative, hypnotic, than it is as an anti-anxiety agent. I can atone for this. I can attest to this. Definitely, it fucks your memory off. It's so much worse than benzos for your memory. Oh my god! So I'll share some experience of this. So I was first taking this non-recreationally, just obviously just because I needed sleep or whatever. So I took this probably 4 times or 5 times for the first within the first 2 or 3 months of having this stuff when I was in Ecuador. Maybe 6 times or 7 times actually, and just one a night. And yeah, this helped me go to sleep. In the morning, I didn't feel drained. I didn't feel like I'd properly slept, but I felt physically, mentally alert. I could tell it wasn't normal sleep. That's a bit about it. And this was for when I'd had troubled sleep, or for when, for example, my sleeping patterns had been fucked up. So it was either there was a lot of noise, or I just wasn't feeling good psychologically, or too much going on here. I would use them. Or if, for example, I'd been gradually going to sleep later and later, so one night I fall asleep at 12 o'clock, because normally I fall asleep at 10 out here, and then the next night I'd fall asleep, say, at 2 a.m., and the next night 3. If I'm at that 2 a.m. threshold, I think, you know what, fuck this. Tomorrow, I'm going to take this at 9:30, and I'm going to fall asleep at about 10 past 10. And that resets my sleeping pattern somewhat. And this worked fine. I did feel strange for about a day or two after I take them, but nothing really too significant. They were very, very fast acting and very powerful sedatives, was Zopiclone. But yeah, I went to Mancera in Peru, and I'm going to do a video on that later on. And basically in Peru, in the north of Peru, there was extreme flooding. I'm not talking like a bit of flooding, like from too much rain. I'm talking like ripping houses down, people dying as a result, thousands of people just stranded, desolated, crops fucked. This fucked the whole of North Peru for 3 or 4 weeks, maybe 6 weeks. They're probably still feeling the effects now, 2 or 3 months later, but it's not the same as when it initially hit. When it initially hit, there was a lot of fucking panic. And basically, you couldn't get to sleep because in Mancera, everyone was paranoid. You're walking around, and sometimes it's raining too much, and everyone's paranoid. Everyone's thinking, fuck, we could die tonight. And it was that serious. I was in my hotel, and the water was almost coming into the rooms and piling over everything. And we're all looking and thinking, and some of us are drunk and whatever because it's a hotel for gringos, and everyone's looking and thinking, or the locals are looking and thinking, fuck, this is serious. And because I just come from the jungle where there's a shit ton of rain, I'm looking and thinking, I know this could be fucking fatal. Like, this isn't a joke, this isn't just a bit of rain. These gringos don't understand it, but we do. And I went around, swooped up a little bit in Mancera, but mainly in the hotel. on 2 nights in the hotel when it was really bad. I had a lot of energy, so I swooped up. But there was stress, there was a lot of rain. I was ill all day, every day in Mankara because the food was filthy. But basically, long story short, I had to use these, and after about 2 or 3 days, one of them wasn't enough to get me to sleep. The mosquitoes, the everything. So I doubled up, right? And I noticed within 3 or 4 days, people were slowly moving from my room to other rooms. I was in an open dormitory. And I'm thinking, what the fuck's wrong with these people? Why don't we all just sleep in the same open dormitory? Do I stink or something? I stink sometimes. I'm unhygienic sometimes, I'll be honest. And then this American came, and it was just me and him. And in the morning, after taking 1 or 2 of these pills, I woke up, and I said, good morning, how you doing? Time to get up. And he's like, what the fuck are you on about? Just leave me the fuck alone. Just chill the fuck out. And I'm like thinking, he was Canadian. And I'm like thinking, fucking hell, this Canadian's, what's up with this Canadian? And I'm like, what's wrong, mate? Why are you so pissed off? And he's like, what do you mean, why am I so fucking pissed off? What do you mean? You've been up all night fucking telling me this, that and the other. Fucking every 2 hours you're waking up telling me something. The moment I need to piss, you ask me if I'm alright. What's your fucking problem? You've been walking around the swimming pool, you've been talking to everyone, you've been fucking dancing. I'm like thinking to myself, is this guy on fucking meth? Like, what the fuck's wrong with him? I'm like, well, I've been told to move out today, so I'll move out, don't worry about it. Relax, man. And he's like, yeah, you want to move out now, I don't want to be here, or I'm moving out. And he's like getting abusive. I'm like, there's no need to get abusive, mate, we're both fucking adults, stop being a little bitch. I actually said that, and he's like, alright, mate, but look, I don't want to stay in this room with you, and I don't want you to stay in this room with me, so you either go now, or I go later. And I'm thinking, this fucking cancer lunatic, but alright. Because I was supposed to move anyway. Anyways, he's sat there fucking talking about me at the bar. I'm thinking, this guy's a fucking arsehole. What's his fucking problem? And I'm like, I'm really sorry, mate. I didn't remember that I did that. I don't even know I did that. He's like, no, don't fucking talk shit to me. Everyone's told me you've been doing this for the last few nights. This, since I've been taking the 2 a night, right? And I'm like, fuck. Okay, fair enough. I'm thinking, what's going on? I'm asking if it's true. I'm like, I'm really sorry, I don't have any memory of it. I work out it's the pills, I show them, and it says that there's memory loss effects. And now I look into these pills, I realise you can get high as fuck, and I think, well, might as well give it a go. I've pissed everyone off now. So I had a shit ton of coffee, because, I'm going to fall asleep if I don't have a shit ton of coffee. So I think I had about 7 coffees. And then I think I had 5 or 6 of these pills. And then a couple of days later I had another 4. Did it again. And I don't really remember much of it. I remember tripping quite intensely. Things were moving around and kind of feeling like I was floating on the world. Kind of like I was falling down as I was walking, but I was falling through stuff. Kind of like I was in a dream. But it would last for about 5 minutes and then I'd be somewhere else, with no memory that anything had passed, as if it was completely normal that I'd just moved out of time for 4 hours or some shit. Don't really remember much specific though, I just remember a kind of feeling of falling through things. It felt very angelic, it felt very beautiful when I was doing these things. I felt warm, I felt alive, but I didn't feel like I was there. It felt like I wasn't real. It felt like I wasn't conscious, and I think, I don't remember a lot of it. I actually probably wasn't conscious for a lot of it. I had these moments where I had this conscious awareness of not being conscious, and it was beautiful. There was nothing there, but it was very desolate at the same time. It was very confusing and desolate beauty at the same time. It was nice to experience, but it was awful to experience. It was bizarre, I think, is the best word for this. I wouldn't do it again. This Z drug doesn't seem like it's very good to me. It doesn't seem like it has much recreational use. And I kind of feel like this kind of thing would just give you more problems than it's worth long term, and just in general, like, because I mean, I enjoyed maybe 25 minutes collectively that felt like 40 minutes of absolute beauty within the night, but it was really weird, and at the same time, it was kind of demonic feeling in a way. To me, having to take 7 cups of coffee and 5 of these wasn't worth it, and I think that's probably pretty fucking dangerous. To be honest, I don't recommend anyone does this. I think that was probably quite dangerous physically. Not so much because of the effects on the heart and such, more because of the effects on awareness. Like, I don't think I had any kind of physical stability, but I thought that my physical stability and my movements were intact and perfect. Like, I was sober. It's like you think you're sober completely. When you're drunk, you know you're fucked, but you pretend that you don't think you're fucked, or you tell yourself you're not, but you know it. On this stuff, I think that you're more fucked than you are on alcohol, but you just act like you're not. It's fucking weird, man. And then that means the people around you think you're just going insane, right? So yeah, what I'd say about this stuff is I don't think I'd use it again. I may use one on a night that is an emergency for sleep, but I wouldn't recommend using them for more than a day, honestly, or even more than 2 days. I would never recommend using more than a dose, not just because I'm a fucking doctor in drugs, but because honestly I think the doctor's recommendation for this one was a good recommendation, definitely. It doesn't seem to have much real recreational use apart from a bizarre experience once, but I don't think it's worth. I don't think it's worth it for what it said. I can see it being very addictive. I found it quite addictive. I found that when I stopped, just after a day or two, I'd feel bizarre. Just if I took it once, I'd feel bizarre for 2 days. But after I'd taken it for about 2 weeks, no, I took it for about a week. I stopped for a couple of days because that guy was pretty pissed at me. I don't care that he was pissed at me, but I care that he had reason. It was actually my fault. If he was pissed at me because he's an arsehole, I'd be like, yeah, come on, mate. It was huge. He would probably fucking add me, but you got to go for it. It was a fact that I was in the wrong and he was in the right. But for the 2 days I stopped taking it, I felt bizarre. I felt like things were twisting in my head. It was like taking mild doses of psychedelics with stimulants and it going kind of wrong. Yeah, definitely some mild psychosis from the withdrawal, and that was only about a week of taking them. So that's a pretty telling sign to me. And yeah, they're definitely addictive. I definitely felt while I was on this kind of thing, it wasn't just some psychological withdrawal, it was also, I knew it was the pills. I knew, I could feel it. I wanted a pill. It was definitely a withdrawal. This is quite an addictive thing. I'm surprised that it's a behind-the-counter drug, but I guess I'm not, because this is South America and it's different. And it is just intended for one night. I believe that probably most people here use it correctly. Why the fuck do I sound Australian? Probably because I was there for a while. But yeah, all in all, shit drug. Useful for sleep, maybe every now and then for emergencies. I don't think it would be good for use with alcohol. If you're a woman or a man, whatever, if you think someone who wants to sexually fuck with you, don't bring this shit around with you. I honestly feel if you take one of these without alcohol, it's pretty much your consciousness gone, just about. You take 2 of these, I take a lot of chems. That's telling. I think within a week or so I'd be able to take 3 and not have the effects. If I was taking 2 and 2, and you get immunity to this stuff quite quickly. But fuck, I wouldn't want to. But I feel like if you took this with alcohol, you'd be gone for 3 or 4 hours. Anyone could have their way with you. This is not something to fuck with. Oh, I don't think. It has no recreational value to make it worth fucking with either. But I experienced it. I'm glad I did. It was bizarre, but I wouldn't try it again. I probably won't try him again. I might take him back with me just to look at him and remember and be like, wow, have the option. But in reality, I'll probably just throw him in the bin or give him away to someone. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and have a nice day.